TIFF Nexus is a series of creative jams, it's a series of conferences. It's designed to bring diverse creators from the filmmaking, the game making, the digital art worlds together to share ideas, to learn from each other, to learn from industry professionals and experts, to do hands-on workshops and creation together, to really innovate. The Peripherals initiative is happening right now, and that's bringing together game makers with hardware hackers and hardware engineers to really innovate in the area of interface.
Wouldn't it be cool if we could get game developers and hardware hackers to team up and create non-traditional gameplay and really interesting non-traditional hardware controllers?
You're going to see some new controls, some new styles of games, some new styles of stuff that hopefully when you look at it you're like, I've just never seen that before. Because really, until recently, getting an indie game dev together with like an indie hardware guy just hasn't really been done.
So we tossed a couple of ideas around. We came up with really bizarre things like full-scale chainsaws and you know, head-crushing things and lava.
Everyone had a chance to show off their own projects, and Alex, that I partnered with, had a really cool video of magnetic levitation that kind of really fired my imagination up. So what I wanted to do was take basically a grid of them instead of one and use it sort of like a playing field of magnetic levitation. Turns out it's a lot harder than it looks.
You're on a ship, you're piloting a ship using technology you don't quite fully understand, and you're just kind of managing all the parts of the ship as it's falling apart.
We dreamed up the idea of taking optical controls and then building a flight or like a flying video game experience around it. And that's when we hooked up, found out that in Toronto there's actually a whole bunch of this kind of gadgetry going on. Joined forces, and so Damien has put together a prototype that's given us the sort of sense of what it's going to actually be like.
Kind of a neat idea of, you know, like an Austin Powers or like a Mission Impossible type of scenario. You know, a spy mission and trying to navigate past dangerous lasers and not get caught by security people.
Compared to some of the other stuff, our project's definitely one of the simpler general mechanics. But for us, it's something that I'm purely software developer and Vlad's, you know, more of a hardware guy. So for us, it's a project that neither one of us ever could have completed on our own. So it definitely, it's, you know, working together through this initiative has allowed us to do it.
Basically, what we do is we help individual entrepreneurs or organizations to launch businesses that matter to the world. So a lot of the stuff that we can do with the TIFF Nexus group is to help them to understand what it actually means to be an entrepreneur that runs a company.
Now with this building, it's the perfect opportunity to create this hub, this nexus, if you will. The Nexus project wouldn't exist without the support of the Ontario Media Development Corporation through their Entertainment and Creative Cluster Partnership Fund. Through that, we've been able to get the funding to really bring these diverse creators together, these different sectors, because they realize the value and the importance of cross-sector collaboration.
I think the mixture is fantastic. One of the things that people get stuck on is talking to people just like them. And what happens with there is that the creative juices stop flowing because you get people that are like-minded and then they stop talking. And so when you combine people that are coming from completely different perspectives, the language that they use, the ideas that they come up with, the people that they know and are connected with are so disparate that you're able to figure out synergies between the two. And for me, bringing those groups together is probably the coolest thing that you can be doing at TIFF.
I really want them to connect and to talk and to see where their collaborations can go. There's no limit to the future of the Nexus project.